boys and girls. Today, we're going to start off this week with a book called An Icy Day. Now, you'll notice this is a nonfiction book. There's a table of contents and there's a real photographs. But there's some really important things that we're going to discuss when we're reading this story. This week, it's all about using describing words. Remember, when we're good writers and good readers, we want to really work hard to describe people, places, and things. And one of the things that helps us use describing words is our five senses. And this week, while we're learning about describing words, we're also going to be learning about our five senses. An icy day. Look, it is icy. I'd like you to pause the video and tell your learning coach what you see. Remember, we're going to use the first sense, which is our sense of sight. What do you see out the window? Good. I hope you said things like you see a lot of snowflakes. But if we want to use describing words, we should say more detailed, I see white snow that is coating the trees. Or I see a brown wooden building. I see brown tree limbs and green evergreen trees topped with white snowflakes. Again, you could say, I see clear ice crystals or icicles hanging from the window. When we use our sense of sight and then we describe what we see, we want to use lots of describing words. Today is icy. I see ice on a tree. Now let's think about this. If you were to touch an icicle with your tongue, do you think it would taste sweet or salty or bitter or sour or maybe none of those? Yeah, it would probably just taste a lot like water. But sometimes when we touch our tongue and we explore with our sense of taste, things might taste different. So that's something else we're going to be on the lookout is using describing words for our sense of taste this week. Now, what if you felt that ice? What if you touched that ice with your hand? What's a good describing word for how those icicles would feel? Pause the video and tell your learning coach how you think those icicles would feel if you touched them with your bare hand. Oh, I hope you used words like freezing or cold or chilly or wet, smooth, slippery. All of those describing words help use our sense of feeling to describe how something feels. So we're using our sense of touch to describe how something feels. Today is icy. I see ice on a bike. Wow, look at that. We are using our sense of sight to see what icicles look like even on a bike. Today is icy. I see ice on a bus. Can you describe that bus to your learning coach? Pause the video and use as many describing words as you can think of. I hope you used words like big, yellow, black. The sides might be smooth, coated in icicles that are long, hanging down on the windows. I wonder what else you used, what other descriptive words you used when describing. Today is icy. I see ice on a house. Again, I want you to pause the video and tell your learning coach as many describing words as you can think of to describe what you see on this house. Today is icy. I see ice on a fence. Look around. What can you see on an icy day? Now I want you to think about how that might sound if a little boy is out skating on a pond. Do you think it would be a sharp, high-pitched sound? Do you think it might be a low sound of skates hitting the ice? Do you think you would hear a sound at all? Pause the video and tell your learning coach some sounds that you might hear. I see a windmill in the background. Maybe you even said you might hear the sound of wind. We definitely know how windy it can be where we live. Maybe we can hear the wind rustling in the picture. Make sure you use your five senses to talk about this week and to describe how you can see things, feel things, smell things, taste things, and touch things. What are some smells you might have after you come inside to your house from skating or after you come inside from a day out playing in the snow or ice? I know in our house we often smell hot cocoa. All the best this week learning about your five senses and practicing using describing words. The more rich language we use, the better we will be with reading and writing. Keep up the great work.